and generous portions. Chicken and brisket is in the High Now kitchen. And just in time for the holidays, Aloha Beer Company stops by with a beer can turkey recipe you gotta try.
Plus, we got the details on the upcoming Kalihi Parade and Pa'ina. This and more right now on High Now Daily.
Hey, how's it, Aloha gang, and welcome to High Now Daily. I'm Kano Carlson.
And I'm Lauren Taruya, and we got a packed house
Check it
today.
All right, we're gonna have some fun. Pauhana with Kohana Cocktails is coming up. We're talking about parade info that's gonna be coming up in 2 weeks, but we're gonna end with Thanksgiving turkey from Aloha Beer Company. A lot of grinds, but where are we starting? How we started?
We're starting with chicken and brisket. We got Matt and Nolan in the house, and they have been cooking up a storm. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely, thanks for having us.
I was wondering, do you guys can the fragrance for fried chicken? You should sell that during Christmas.
We're working on it.
I want it.
I know. Oh my gosh, I wish everybody could smell what's happening
so
here, but also just visually, the spread is beautiful. So thank you again for really bringing Aloha Friday vibes right here to High Now. But, you know, before we get into all the food talk, I want to talk about chicken and brisket and both of your backgrounds. Matt, can you share just a little bit about you and the business?
Yeah, absolutely. Me and Nolan have been friends for almost over 15 years now. We met back on working at Chef Mavro's together back in South King Street. But we stayed in touch for over these years. Nolan went on to open up Aulani Disney Resorts and ended up at Moana. I went to Vegas, spent 10 years there, opened up City Center, Aria, Cosmopolitan, worked in a bunch of hotels there. And came back right before the pandemic. Perfect timing to partner with this guy over here.
Yeah. Interesting. So you guys both came back, and what did you kind of see in the market that kind of sprung your guys' interest and think, okay, this concept would work? Chicken, brisket, best of both worlds.
Yeah. So initially we started off actually as a catering company, but during the pandemic, obviously lots of pivots happened. From then until now, we pivoted from we had a bar on Dillingham. We've after all the shutdowns, we did the online virtual kitchens. The chicken definitely took off, as well as the brisket, but since then we've kind of evolved our menu, elevated a few things, but we've through our travels, we wanted to bring all the things that we've learned, all the flavors that we've compiled to the community back in Dillingham, but now in Pearl Highlands. So.
And I love that. And this is honestly quite a tease. So, Chef, can you tell me what you brought in today? Is there anything that we can sample right now? What you got going on?
We're going to be doing our fried chicken. We're going to do our yum fried chicken for you here.
Oh, okay.
We have chicken wings. And then we're going to do our brisket fried noodles here.
Yep.
Right now, in real time? Okay, Chef, you get started.
You guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready for the action. So what are you throwing down there?
This is going to be our sesame oil.
Nice.
We're going to throw in our smoked brisket.
Ooh, that's the secret
That's
right
the
there.
sizzle. That's the sizzle.
It's all USDA prime beef, smoked for 14 to 16 hours.
Wow.
So lots of full smoky flavor, which is kind of unique to local style fried noodles, right?
Yeah, and then I know obviously the name chicken and brisket, you guys feature that, but let's talk other menu items and what else are you guys serving up?
Yeah, absolutely. So to right here, we can kind of put this together for you. I know you guys didn't have lunch yet.
Assemble, yes.
Yep.
I've
So
been
we
there.
Feed us.
So we got your house fried chips here. We got house queso sauce that we're kind of adding, drizzling over the top.
Okay.
Quite liberally here.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Setting
Be
the
generous.
base. Yep.
Be generous.
And then we have the USDA prime ground Kalbi brisket.
Holy smokes.
It's going to be local style. It's actually our yum sauce, secret style. Ajima based. It's an old Korean grandma style marinade that we've kind of paired off with our USDA prime brisket, ground in house. So here we go, just add that in there.
I mean, this is incredible as we look at the nachos over here, but just how much you guys are doing. There's such a ton of variety.
I know.
We decided to bring the whole kitchen for you guys. You know?
It's not just chicken and brisket, kind of.
Absolutely. Is this kimchi going down right now?
This is kimchi going down right now. So you got all the things of, Korean barbecue, but it's like, fair food, but it's also guilty pleasure, comfort food all in one.
Hey, it's the holidays, baby.
Yeah.
I'm counting
You gotta treat
calories
yourself,
right
you know?
now. I'm not.
Yep. Almost done. Almost done.
Okay. Sorry. I'm jumping.
And I always get the slack for eating too early. Not today. Patience. Okay, what's next? What's next?
So we're adding on. Jalapeno. I'll work quick. Lauren's.
I'm sorry.
She's ready.
I told
That is a beautiful dish.
Yep.
What is this called?
This is
restaurant?
the Kalbi Korean style nachos.
Oh my goodness, this is looking good. Let's go for it.
Okay. And
go ahead,
Chef
dig in.
Nolan, how are you doing over there with
Doing
the noodles?
pretty good. I got the carrots in there, the onions in there. Just threw our noodles in here.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the cilantro jalapeno aioli.
And you guys make this in-house too? The
Make
sauce?
that in-house,
I'm
yeah.
a huge sauce boss, man. Sauce on everything.
How good is that?
It's delicious. And the house-made chips.
House-made
Chews
chips.
easy.
Yep.
It's nice and crunchy. And
Perfect.
everything is just going next level.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Wow. That is just, I mean, I feel like I'm having a party in my own little space right now.
It's a party. We're partying this weekend. Thank you so much. And Chicken and Brisket is going to be hanging out throughout the show. You're watching High Now Daily. We'll be right back. More Ono food on the way.
Wow.
That is
I
good
am
stuff.
really floored.
Whoa, that
Thanks,
is
guys.
good
Yep.
stuff.
So it's like a flavor bomb happening right there.
One more.
No, one more for me too.
Hey, aloha, and welcome back to High Now Daily. You know, as a former athlete turned now television host, I'm always looking for ways to improve my overall health, keep my brain going sharp. And today we're talking about a quick, comfortable, and easy way to do it. We're getting all the details on brain health Hawaii. We welcome into the studio today. We got Dr. Chad Imanaka and Dr. Jason Kiefer. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So mahalo for coming in. Now, this is a treatment I've actually done personally. So I got a personal insight into how this thing works. But for people who don't know, Doc, let's tell people about Brain Health Hawaii. What's it all about?
Well, what we're really about is we're a team of specialists, and what we want people to understand is that that we're really all about getting to the root cause of dysfunction. And many of the things that people are struggling with, whether it's sleep problems, anxiety, headache, concussions, long COVID, after stroke, are a result of brain dysfunction. And we can now map that, track it, and treat it with success. And so we're really about getting to the root core of the problem so that we can get a more lasting, durable solution and improve people's health.
Yeah, exactly. Solution-based is what it's all about. So let's talk some of the benefits of utilizing the services from Brain Health Hawaii.
Well, I think the real benefit is what we can accomplish in a relatively short period of time. Historically, it takes sometimes years to get improvement from anxiety, focus problems, and things of that nature. But what we're able to do, because we rely on brain data and really looking at the brain dysfunction, we can treat that, and about 80 to 90% of the time, people can get better within weeks to months. And those are things like improved sleep, improved focus, improved memory, improved mood. And so, yeah, so really the real benefit is the experiences they can get in a relatively short period of time without the use of medication.
Yeah, and this is video you're looking at. As I mentioned, I personally went and did it, and what I liked about the experience too, Doc, was that you make the information very digestible. Especially for someone like me coming in with not a lot of experience, it was easy to comprehend and understand. But Dr. Chad, I want to go to you. Let's talk about your experience with Brain Health Hawaii. You're a brain specialist by trade, and you've been with the company now for the last year. Why Brain Health Hawaii?
Well, it's been a no-brainer, really. Just working alongside Dr. Kiefer has been great. The Brain Health Hawaii team, really just seeing how passionate they all are with serving our community and really welcoming everybody in as family is really refreshing. It's like family taking care of family. And
as we know too, Hawaii, it's a different thing over here.
Of course. It's the Brain Health Hawaii Ohana. And I think that's sort of what really motivates me to want to give back and hopefully to be able to provide this service to Hilo, from the Big Island of where I'm from. I'm really excited to be able to offer that service out there.
Okay, now speaking of the service, what do we have on display over here? Is this the one I got hooked up to?
Yes,
Doc?
yes, it is.
Can you break it down for us? What's happening?
It might be the exact one.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll take it off and we can kind of take a look at it. So this has been a really game-changing thing for us professionally. It allows us to visualize the brainwave activity, and it's a 5 to 10 minute scan. It's real quick. It's non-invasive. There's no radiation. It's more fun than it is anything else. And ultimately, it's something that patients love, and it's sort of an introduction to meeting your brain. And I'm sort of at a point now where I strongly feel everyone should have a chance to meet and see their brain. And the more we get to see about that or know about it, the more understanding we have of what's going on, the more we get a feel for how it functions for us or against us, the stories and lessons it has to share about our health. And I think people just are a little more excited about taking care of themselves. They prioritize and they're more empowered to really be more mindful of the things that are going to be healthy for them.
Yeah, and then Dr. Kiefer, if you could break down the experience, because gang, as I said, it's quick, it's easy, and it's comfortable, but it's a relatively quick process when you go to the office.
It's quick. I mean, within 5 to 10 minutes, these little nodes here basically listen to the brain in the same way that you would go and get an EKG. So we can record that activity and then map it. Like you said, we can present it in a way that helps you literally see and understand what's going on under the hood.
Absolutely. And this is, again, for anyone looking to just take your overall health truly to the next level. Dr. Honaka, Dr. Kiefer, thank you guys so much. And don't forget, for more information, we have it all listed up over there on the screen. Head to brainhealthhawaii.com. You're watching High Now Daily. We'll be right back.
All right, thanks.
Good job, guys.
Awesome.
Oh, man. I remember that.
Yeah.
Welcome back to High Now Daily. Now, self-care is more than just splurging on yourself this holiday season, and here to talk is our friends at Wellness Partners Hawaii. Thank you both so much for being here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So Asia, as a licensed therapist, holidays of course are such a wonderful time of year, but it can also be a little bit stressful. Can you tell us about kind of what the signs are to look for yourself and either for your friends?
Right, absolutely. I think that we really do get this message that, you know, holidays are this special time, which it really is, and we see all of the Hallmark movies saying like everything's perfect, but it is stressful. We have typically a lot more on our plates. There's a lot more financial stresses that we're dealing with, a lot more events, people coming and visiting, and we can get a little bit overwhelmed. And so that's why it's so important to also remember to balance out and have some of that self-care.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, a first starter is just having this conversation and letting people know that they're not alone, but also, you know, as a healthcare professional, how do you advise people? What are the tools and resources you recommend?
Well, I think that a lot of times around this time of year, when we're becoming very stressed and we have so much on our schedules, it can be really hard to recognize that our anxiety level is going up, that our stress levels are going up. So stopping and really checking in with ourselves, taking that time, maybe even scheduling with a counselor to process through some things and really recognize, be able to communicate with our own selves what's going on, what can we address, what can we help ourselves through this season.
And that is so important, I think, just to take time, take space for yourself or of course for a friend or a loved one that may be struggling during this time as well. And Dr. Bradley, you really designed a wonderful way for people to seek help in so many different aspects. Like they don't necessarily have to be sitting in a counselor's office. Can you tell me about how you've designed that?
Absolutely. So Wellness Partners Hawaii has been around since 2018, and we always designed our clinic to be a tele-mental health clinic. What that means is that people can be in their own homes. People can be in their office at work or in their car, and they can spend some time with a therapist like Asia, or with a prescriber like myself, or one of our many team members that do really great work.
And that is so important, right? Making accessibility so easy for people. And so I'm just curious because I know that there kind of is a stigma around even seeking help. So for anyone that maybe feels, you know, afraid or like they're maybe not ready to take that step, what's your advice for people seeking help?
Yeah, you know, I think the first step really is reaching out, right? But I think that the way that we've designed the clinic, that outreach or that reaching out for our patients and our clients is even easier because they don't have to put themselves out into the public. They can do it from the comfort of their own home and keep it as private as they would like to. I think that's one of the beautiful things about telehealth is that you're able to get the help that you need from the comfort of your own home.
That is so important. And I really love how that really just cultivates a safe space for people to feel like, you know, of course, their privacy in their own home or in their own space, and they can also seek help from people like you. Mm-hmm. So where can people get more information or even, you know, schedule a visit?
Yeah, so a couple ways. So folks can definitely take a look at our website at wellnesspartnershawaii.com. They can give us a call, 808-379-6656. They can actually also text us at that number.
Wow.
So
okay.
Even easier way to reach out. And then we can usually get folks in within 1 to 2 weeks for their intakes and get them hooked up with a therapist like Asia.
Well, thank you both so much, and thank you for everything you're doing to make mental health so accessible for people, especially during the holiday season. We're actually gonna toss it back up to Kainoa right now, who's in the kitchen, and I gotta say, I'm a little bit jealous because it looks like you're about to eat without me.
Thanks, Lauren. I promise I'm gonna save you some, but I'm gonna tell everybody at home, if you've never been to our Hawaii News Now building, it's 2 floors. You can smell this chicken downstairs on the first one. That's how you know the food is good today. We're hanging out with Chicken and Brisket. We got Matt, Chef Nolan over there, who is he's just killing it, Chef. Props to you. So earlier we talked a little bit about the overall menu, but let's go back a little bit. Now, formerly you guys were over here in Kalihi, but we're in Pearl City now, right?
Yes, sir.
So why that change it, and how is it going over there?
So we changed obviously because of the rail coming through. We wanted to obviously go to the finish part, let them do their thing here. So we pivoted real quick. Found the location up in Pearl Highlands Center. Better foot traffic, a lot better parking, great interior, a lot cleaner. So we can do our thing. Yeah.
Oh man, good for you folks. Okay, so we got some grinds plated up over here. Walk me through, Matt. What am I looking at? What's happening?
So we have our house-made biscuits there, super buttery, flaky.
House-made,
tender.
two of my favorite words, or is that one? I don't even know. Okay, house-made biscuits.
And then we finish it off with a guava butter. So that's been really, really popular. Just in time for Super Bowl, right? We got the house-made wings right there.
Okay.
They're jumbo wings, not the Skippy kind. You get at other wing spots.
I was gonna say, man, those are looking like local brother size.
Yeah. And it's paired off with our blue cheese dressing, also house-made.
Yeah.
You've had this to start off the show.
There was a quarter more nachos on here, but me and Lauren got at that. So and that is Ona, by the way. But
thank you.
I've been waiting. It's in the name. Break this down for me.
So that's our Korean style yum chicken.
Look. Oh man.
It's bone-in thighs. And we marinated, coated in our secret flour, spices.
Oh my gosh.
Fried super crispy. The skin's still crispy the next day.
Oh
right?
my
So that's how crispy it is.
What's this sauce that we have over here?
That's our cilantro jalapeno aioli.
You know me, I'm sampling all of it.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear that? Do you hear that? You hear that crunch?
Go ahead. All right.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then Chef Nolan's gonna finish off the noodles right here that we started off.
Gang, wow. This right here, this is Apex Fried Chicken, bro. This is how this thing is done. And super easy, it's moist, crunchy, choke flavor. Holy cow. That's delicious. Yep. Chef Nolan, how are we looking over there? What you plating up?
Plating the noodles up here, our brisket fried noodles. I'll bring this over for you to try.
Oh man. Oh, the eating's good today. The eating is great today. What is this one?
This is our brisket fried noodles. It's pancit noodles from Sun Noodle.
Okay. And this is what you were working on before. Can you walk me through the dish one more time?
This is what I was working on before we cut there. We have our brisket, our smoked brisket that's smoked for 14 hours. We have carrots in there, onions, cabbage, fish cake, and a little bit of oyster sauce. It's like a dried fried noodle.
Yeah. I like it too because the noodle kind of like balances it out. It's a little bit lighter, but I like this brisket you said. That's still happening here.
That's our smoked brisket there.
Oh man, this is all happening over here. Chef, this is dynamite, man. So what did you guys think before kind of crafting and putting the menu together?
We started off working in the kitchen was at a bar, so we just grabbed whatever was selling and put it online, and that's the most popular dishes.
All right, I love that. So on High Now, sharing is caring. I want you guys to come with me real quick. We got to go to commercial break here in a little bit, but as I said, it's a full-blown live show over here.
Fine dining.
We got to share some of these nachos over here. Try these guys. Courtesy of chicken and brisket. Aloha Beer is coming up here in just a bit, but we gotta share nachos for you. Chicken and brisket. If you're at home right now, this is where you gotta be. It's all happening over here this weekend on High Now Daily. This is how we take care of all the guests over here. Stay with us. We're gonna go to commercial break, and when we come back a little bit later, we're gonna have some cocktails. It's Pauhana time. Stay with us. You are right.
Welcome back to High Now Daily. Now there's a parade and paina happening next week Friday, and right here in Kalihi, we got the whole gang to talk about it. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And man, we got a full spread. Taco Kels, she's gonna take care of us. But before we get into the food, Dana, I know that this parade has actually been on a 3-year hiatus.
Right.
So what has it looked like in the past, and what can we expect for this year?
We went through a transition because of COVID, and we had to reroute our program because of the rail. So we started the program going down King Street, up School Street, Hoftailing, then School Street. And then we decided to have something at the end, which is something we never did before. It's a paina.
Wow!
So that's what
so
we
exciting!
Yeah.
And Teresa, I know that you're kind of coordinating all what's happening with this paina. So can you tease and tell me what we're gonna see, what people can expect?
Yeah, so the paina is something brand new, as Dana had said. So the hope is that we can bring the community together at the end, kind of like a culminating event at Kapalama School, and there you will find free events for the students and children, such as selfies with Santa and lots of games and prizes.
Wow, that'll be so wonderful for the community. And I know we did kind of mention there is some traffic happening. Does that kind of change the game for anyone?
Yeah, so if you are coming up the streets that he talked about, King Street, Hoftailing, and School Street, just anticipate it being closed from maybe from 5 o'clock until we end around 8 o'clock.
That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
People can handle that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Kelly, we have an amazing spread right here. So can you walk us through what is happening in front of all of our eyes? We've got from food to dessert.
Yes, okay. So I basically covered your guys' dinner for
Thank
Black
you.
Friday
Thank you for
for the
taking care
parade.
of us.
So I have birria lumpias, which is kind of like a little twist on Mexican food with a combination of Filipino food.
Wow.
So just like this right here, the birria tacos, I have it inside the lumpia that you can dip inside the consomme sauce.
Guys, come on. Go ahead. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Let's go. Here, I'll put some lime on top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we
Perfect.
go.
That's
Okay,
like the
lime's
best
on
way.
top. Okay, now go for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try this one.
And try that
Okay.
one.
You want one too? Come on, girl. You got to get in here. And cheers to this. Thank you so much for feeding us. Now, in addition to all the amazing food that's going to be here, we also have dessert sides. So I
Yes.
keep chewing, but can you talk a little bit about what's going on this side?
So I have here the ube Oreo scones right here, and then, excuse me.
No.
Scones are typically like a cookie, a drier, more side of a cookie, but with ours one in particular, it's a little bit more moist. So you can give that a try afterwards. It's an ube Oreo cream cheese scone and a blueberry cream cheese scone.
Wow, what do you guys think of this? It's like a flavor bomb. I've actually never had it in a lumpia style,
Yeah,
so I
it's
really
nice.
love how amazing these flavors just blend, and it's not as messy, which
Yes.
honestly for me and the way that I eat, it's a really, really special tool to have it all wrapped up like this.
Yes.
And you're not the only food vendor, right? There's gonna be a couple other people there too?
Yes, so it's primarily a lot of Kalihi, and since I'm a Farrington alumni, this is 2023.
There we go.
So we wanted to, I believe Teresa and Dana wanted to bring more Kalihi vendors and then basically help support each other. And since I'm a Kalihi living here and also a Farrington alumni, we wanted to kind of support each other in the
I
Kalihi
love
community.
that. So the Kalihi community coming
Yes.
all together. So make sure you guys go to this amazing parade. It's happening next week, Friday. There's gonna be food, festivities, paina, everything and more. And of course, these amazing people right here got you covered. We'll be right back. You're watching High Now Daily. Thank you so much.
Hey, you know, the holiday travel season has officially arrived, and we got tips for you and your pets courtesy of VCA Hawaii. Here's what you need to know before you leave home.
So pet travel can be stressful. I had to go through that process when bringing my boy here. And so I just wanted to go over a few tips to kind of help relieve that anxiety. And so first and foremost, it's very important to do your research and plan ahead. And so depending on what country or state you may be traveling to, each have certain requirements. The information about that is available on the USC APHIS website. They have guidelines, forms, etc. that you can use, as well as information, contact information for the local agencies in that area. And so do recommend having you check that out, especially if you're going to be traveling out of state and returning. So in order for that, you need to meet Hawaii's requirements. So for example, they do require things like rabies vaccines, microchip, health certificates, FABIN tests. So a lot of things that can take a lot of time for that process. So often takes months. And so just again, planning ahead and speaking with your veterinarian to get those done. And we definitely want to avoid having your pet stay through quarantine. And then for international travel, that tends to be more complicated. And so not only do you need the helper endorsement of your local veterinarian that's accredited, that's where we also get the federal veterinarians involved. And so for some countries that are more complicated, we sometimes recommend using a pet travel agency for help. And then aside from these requirements, there's also looking into air travel. So each airlines have their requirements as well. And so things that we can have are some airlines have breed restrictions. They also have requirements with crates and carriers. So sometimes they have to be a certain dimension, and there's restrictions on what can be put in the carrier. And so definitely doing your research on that end. Because they will be in a crate or a carrier, it's very important to have them acclimate to that. And so crate training is very important. And then talking with your vet about things that you can help alleviate their stress. So things like pheromones, behavioral supplements, medications can be helpful. We do shy away from heavy sedatives and tranquilizers. A lot of airlines will restrict that, as well as we don't want to compromise the health of your pet. Because they will be in a crate, especially for if they are traveling in cargo. Another thing to be mindful of is the weather and the ground temperatures. So in some cases, if it's too hot or too cold or the weather is bad in that area, they may restrict travel on that day. So just being flexible if you have to reschedule flights and whatnot. Airlines also do have their own forms, so we do have to do health certificates as well, and that's basically certifying that they're healthy for travel, as well as we put on their vaccines and et cetera that they are required by the certain state or country. That's usually done within about 10 days, but again, it's based off of what their requirements are. Dogs and cats can get motion sickness, so there are medications that can help with that. So ideally speaking to your vet about that ahead of time as well. And then just in general for travel, it's always important to have things like enough food on hand, medications. It's always good to have their medical records and extra copies of all these forms that you've worked so hard to obtain, as well as vaccine certificates. In the event that you're unable to bring your pet for this particular trip, we do recommend, as far as the least stressful, would be to keep them in their home environment. If you're able to have someone that they're familiar with, watch them, either a pet sitter, friend, or family member, stay with them. If that's not available, then there's of course boarding facilities, as well as day board facilities that you can also keep them at.
All right. right, hey, welcome back. We are here in the studio, and we want to remind everybody out there, if you're going to enjoy some cocktails this weekend, please do so responsibly, okay? Because it's time for Pauhana with Kohana. We just love Kohana so much on the show. We love everything that they do. And today, we brought some friends, and our friends, they brought some drinks. We have Tuda from Halekulani. Randy Wong is hanging out. Welcome back to the show, gang.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Good to see you both. Now, these two great minds are coming together for what's going to be a great celebration that's taking place over in Waikiki. Randy, let's start with you. What is going down with Exotica Music and Waikiki 7?
Well, we are bringing it back to Waikiki. Exotica Music hasn't been in Waikiki for decades, and my group, the Waikiki 7, modern Exotica band, we're performing at House Without a Key. So we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be a super fun night. Now, for people who don't know, Exotica, how would you describe it? Kind of popular in the 50s and 60s. It's changed over time, but that's what you guys specialize in. What's it sound like?
It was a worldwide sensation in the 50s and 60s. It really put Hawaii on the map. It's an easy listening, awesome cocktail background music, a lot of bird calls, just amazing instruments, vibraphone, percussion, upright bass, super chill, very jazzy, great music.
I like it, great music, chill, jazzy, that all kind of describes House Without a Key too. That's where our friend Tuda comes in over here, lead mixologist over there, and as we mentioned, it's Pauhana with Kohana, and you're pairing up a cocktail to kind of celebrate what's taking place that night, right?
Yes, so for this event, we have a limited edition tiki cocktail. It's featuring Kohana rum, of course, Talisker scotch, and a few other things in the spirit of tiki, of keeping some things secret, but.
Okay, well, what is the name of it? Do we have a name for
The Final Air.
The Final Air. I'm intrigued. Can we make it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, what's going down?
So we're gonna start with the Kohana Kea rum.
I've been noticing that one's popular. I mean, a lot of the Kohana rums are popular, but this one in particular, the Kea.
It's the most easily available, but it's also just a great base.
Plus, too, even for me, when I think rum, I don't necessarily think that color, right? Because you're thinking dark.
Right.
Or at least for me, yes. So what's going in now?
This is the Talisker 10-year scotch.
Wow, okay, so a little bit of scotch, a little bit of Kohana rum.
So it's inspired by Princess Kaiulani, so it's a kind of a hapa baby, scotch and Hawaiian spirit base.
Okay, so what was kind of like the mindset with pairing the cocktail with the music and the performance that's taking place? Because the vibe's got to match up, right?
Well, there is some weight to it, of course. So the final named air of Hawaii, I feel like, matches well with the Waikiki.
Oh, I got you. Oh, the final air, like air.
Air.
Gotcha. Not
The
like Air
named
Jordan.
air.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
But also, Exotica is the soundtrack to a lot of modern tiki cocktail bars.
Oh.
So you go into a place like Skull and Crown or even like La Mariana, Exotica is there and it's driving the cocktail conversation.
Okay, so how long have you been specializing playing that kind of music for? You in the Waikiki 7?
Well, we started 20 years ago when we were college students in Boston. Yeah, I was going to Harvard and my buddy Abe was going to Berklee College of Music.
Man, I was gonna go to Harvard and I was like, you know what, I'll stay up. Nah, I'm just joking. Okay, keep going.
And so we fell in love with his music. You know, Arthur Lyman, the great vibraphonist, Martin Denny, really the father of Exotica piano. Les Baxter, tremendous Hollywood arranger. These guys really set up Exotica music and created it as its own genre. And so we're so lucky because Augie Lopaka Colon Jr., we all know as Lopaka, from Pure Heart.
Yes.
His father,
percussionist.
Percussionist and bird calls. So his father was the one who originated those sounds in the Exotica
Speaking
music.
of sounds, Tuda's
Let's
ready.
hear it.
Go ahead.
Shake.
All right. It's a little teaser for you. You gotta come to the show to see the rest. Okay, so we're pretty much almost good to go here?
Almost good to go. But yeah, so we have a lot of, we make it house-made orgeat that's actually made of oat milk.
Can I ask a crazy question? What's orgeat?
Orgeat is typically made of, it's like an almond liqueur or almond syrup, so bitter almond flavor.
Yum,
but we do it with
almonds.
oat milk because it's a lot more sustainable.
Okay, here we go. Look at this, guys. It's going in.
It's going in.
Nice. Beauty. The Final Air. Now, this is going to be an incredible night, and again, gang, this specialty cocktail only available during the performances, correct?
And with the take-home mug as well.
Okay, cool. And then, Tuda, if you could, how would you describe House Without a Key? I've been a handful of times. It's pretty dang cool in there. Like, the vibe is there. It's a kind of a smaller area over there at Halekulani, but
it is.
It's pretty cool.
House Without a Key is definitely one of the most iconic beachside restaurants in Waikiki. It has a lot more of a, I would say like a mellow, kind of tranquil vibe than a lot of other places around there with the same kind of environment. We do hula shows typically every night.
yeah, it's just
There's a lot
iconic.
happening.
Yeah.
Real quick before I let you both go, though, how do people get tickets?
They can just call the hotel, call the main number, make a reservation at House Without a Key. Still reservations available in the dining room. We'd love to see everybody out there.
We would love to see you guys there. Come down and check it out. It's all going down at House Without a Key. Thank you, Tuda. Thank you, Randy, so much. Exotica Music, White Tiki 7. You're watching High Now Daily. I'm going to try this during the bake. Stay on. Come on back, gang. Check that out.
Welcome back to High Now Daily. Now we're back in the kitchen, and you know, Kaino was eating without me.
And I'm still going.
He's still going, but we're back with chicken and brisket. Matt, thank you so much for everything that you've made, but you haven't stopped.
We haven't, yep. So actually, the last time you left off was the truffle burger. So it's all USDA prime beef.
Oh my God.
Whoa, Matt, hold that
brisket.
up.
So
Hold that
it's
up so we can
brisket
get a
in
shot.
there.
Whoa.
So this is, we're just finishing off. Yep, so it's Parmesan crusted.
Oh my
Parmesan
God.
crusted brioche bun.
Oh, that's criminal right there.
So
Is
there you go.
You know,
all you, Lauren.
I feel like being nice though.
Are you sure?
No, seriously.
Are you sure?
I don't know how to elegantly eat that, so please go ahead.
I don't know how much more use I'm going to be in this, but yes,
Fine,
yes,
go for it,
100%.
go for it.
Yep.
And Chef Nolan, while you're over there, what do you got?
Oh my
We
God.
have our garlic shrimp with our paniola butter.
Ooh, that sizzle, that garlic, that butter. Kaino, how you doing?
I'm going to go sleep. I'm going to go sleep.
Is that your best burger?
This truffle aioli.
There's a little bit more if you want.
Just
This truffle aioli, it is me. I just want to take a bath in it. This truffle aioli is sinister. It's so good.
So good. Wow. Yeah, it's a truffle explosion. So the food is absolutely amazing. But before we skip over and just literally eat everything on the table,
Sorry, yes.
for people that never been, where exactly do they go to find you guys?
So we just opened up about 6 to 7 months ago. So we're still working on getting the sign going and everything like that approved by city and county. But we're right next to Jersey Mike's in the food court, same level as Liliha Bakery at Pearl Highlands Center.
Awesome. So it's nice and easy to find you. And in addition to your location, you also cater, right?
We do, yeah.
Holidays are coming up, gang, and catering is where it's at. Okay, take the stress out of the kitchen. Get in touch with Chicken and Brisket. What do you guys offer?
Let us handle everything for you guys. You know, we started, like I said, we started off as a catering company. We did it all. We do it all from weddings to birthday parties to kids events, anything. If, just give us a ring, you know, chickenandbrisket.com or 808-723-1163. But we do all types of things. We can do the yum chicken. We got the noodles for you. Got the wings.
You guys do the burgers? You guys do the burgers?
Yep, burgers. We do mini sliders. Yeah, we do it all.
How far in advance do you want people to call you guys though? Because obviously with the holidays, so many companies are throwing parties, family get-togethers, but what's best?
24 to 48 hours. Usually we're able to handle main.
Yeah, you guys are working hard.
Yep.
That's amazing. Now, Kanoa's really gone at this burger, so I want to get my hands on that right there.
Perfect.
Chef, are you ready?
We're ready.
You ready to
ready
do
for,
that?
I got
ready
you.
for some butter here?
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead.
Actually, butter is a daily part of my well-being.
We gotta get a shot. Look at how beautiful this looks right
and
here.
this is it right
Oh
here.
my gosh.
Mental health.
Yes.
Wow.
So a little bit about this one. I don't like to put things on the menu that are not gonna be the bestest. So we went all throughout the island trying different garlic shrimps, and this is kind of our labor of love. So go ahead and try this out, guys.
Oh my gosh. And first of all, can I just say too, I love my boy's over here already shaking his head. He already knows where I'm going with it. I love seeing mac salad on this plate. I love mac salad. So to see the mac with the shrimp, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's gonna be a little hot, but.
Little hot, but.
How's that?
The butter.
The butter.
Butter
Everything we have had today has been so outstanding. Chef Nolan, thank you so much. Matt, well done, you guys.
Absolutely.
Chicken and Brisket, it's incredible. And don't forget, gang, they do catering too. You're watching High Now Daily. Book these guys, and we will be right back with even more food.
I'm gonna eat this again and again. Wow.
right, gang, we're ending it with Thanksgiving over here on the main set. We're so happy to have Aloha Beer Company hanging out right now. We've got Jared and Jeff, brewmaster and chef over at Aloha Beer Company. Welcome to the show, fellas.
Thank you for having us.
This is an incredible spread, and when you're thinking Aloha Beer Company, obviously they make tremendously good tasting beer, which is always great, but this is a full feast, boys.
Yeah, this is our holiday set that we have. We have our, this turkey right here is marinated for about 24 hours. It's in our farmhouse or Hawaiian saison. And so that is actually like, we have pumpkin pie, mashed potatoes, stuffing, gravy, all the good stuffs for it. So this is our holiday feast. We have it currently online right now. And when you buy it, you also do get a gift card as well.
And I'm just curious, does the beer come in hand for the making of the turkey at all?
Yes, actually we do. Well, we don't
drink it while you make it, right?
Yeah. So we use
drink it before you.
We use a keg because we need so much beer for it that if we open that, we would be popping open so many cans. So we use a keg.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where it comes into like our big beer keg.
So we
turkey.
trust the professionals.
Yes.
I'm gonna snag a bite.
Yeah, which is going to be incredible. And then let's talk a little bit about the process of creating the beer over there at Aloha Beer Company and how this kind of all came together.
Well, what Jared and I were discussing, this is our third year we've been doing it consecutively. Yep. We have a Hawaiian saison, which is a farmhouse ale. Little spicy, a lot of earth tones. And it's very spicy from the yeast, so it complements the herbs and spice that Jared incorporated in this meal. Be it the garlic mashed potatoes, the stuffing.
Get these. This is, yeah.
The pumpkin pie.
This turkey is so moist, chef. Oh my god.
The green bean casserole. This goes so well with the green bean casserole. I had to say that for my aunt.
Yes. and you're pouring out, this is the saison, you said?
Yeah, this is the Hawaiian saison.
There you
That
go.
was for
Saison,
me. Did
yes.
you see how he was an overreach?
Ladies first, I was gonna.
All right.
Domesticated.
Cheers.
Yes, and don't forget, obviously Thanksgiving is good fun. Drink responsibly out there, okay? So Aloha Beer Company, obviously much more happening than only beer. So wait, Chef, how do people book this from you guys? How do they get the info? They want to call ahead and make this the Thanksgiving move.
So we do, you can go ahead and go to alohabeer.com. And then we do have a little pop-up that pops up, and then you can go ahead and pick your time slot. So 11 to 4, they can go ahead and pick. And the difference between our turkey is that it's already deboned. We cook it. You don't take anything raw. It's already ready to go. So you can literally come pick it up, take it home, and then just have a party.
Yes, or tell people you made it. No.
Yeah, exactly.
and this
Let's talk gift card,
part of it, right?
Yes, so when you buy like our turkey set, you also get a $50 gift card. You can go ahead and use it in-house for food or beer. And then just basically like, you know, enjoy your turkey while you have a $50 gift card. You know, you could re-gift the gift card if you want to.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, that's a Christmas gift as well.
A nice gift. Well, cheers to
cheers.
that.
Yeah,
and
that's incredible.
Can you tell us about any upcoming events that you have beyond this?
Yeah, actually, we have Brews for the Zoo.
That's really good.
It's a charitable event, donations. This label was designed by an actual penguin keeper, a zookeeper at the zoo.
Aww.
And what we do is we make donations per sale in our establishment. So this one's going to be for the black-footed African penguin, and it's going to be our Schwarzbier or our Black Pilsner.
That is
That is
cool.
really well designed,
And that's
I
cool
love that you
too.
give
Yeah,
back.
I was just gonna say, and that's kind of been one of the recurring themes with Aloha Beer Company is a lot of times just supporting local and coming
Community
together.
based.
Yeah.
You know, post-pandemic, during the pandemic, we saw a lot of people disappear, unfortunately. So the more you can give back to the community, the more you can support our local community, it drives Hawaii, and it's all part of us.
Okay, that's incredible. Chef, I wanted to go back to you really quickly.
Yes.
Now, for this Thanksgiving Day dinner, how far in advance do you want people to contact you? Obviously, it's going to be busy. It's the holidays.
Yeah, so we already have like, we're gearing up. We have a lot. I mean, it does sell out all the time, so you have until about Wednesday is the last time.
That is coming up. Gang, go ahead and get this Aloha Beer Company. It's a full turkey meal, and continue to support local this holiday season. Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. What a great show. See you Monday.